Okay. All right. How you doing? All right. So you worship the devil, bro? Huh? All right. So he worshipped the devil. All right. So why do you worship the devil?
Honestly, it's kind of a long, complicated story.
Turn around a minute. All right. Look at this. I don't know if they can see it, but it says Sinner 666. All right. So you pretty much submit to sin.
Not really. It's more or less like us as humans. Kind of like the body. We're given into lust and greed naturally. You look at how mankind worked for honestly centuries. We've always been a very sin driven species. Even if we don't mean it, try to do good, regardless, everything's considered a sin. But the whole story of it was my grandma was sick. When I prayed, nothing really happened. She ended up dying pretty bad. So I just kind of turned my faith in a different direction. And it actually didn't really fit. It's just kind of like that fit my.
Okay. Well, I can answer a few of your questions. First of all, sin. I guess I'll read what sin is. You got to know what sin is. Do you know what sin is? All right. What is it?
Sin is essentially not what I guess we consider God.
Okay. I'll read it to you. 1 John 3 and 4, and it reads, "Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law." That law was given to the Israelites. All right. Man, it's been a windy day today. Everything blowing around. I'm trying to take the camera, but yeah, the law was given to the Israelites. Okay. All right. Those Israelites were Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. All right. I don't think they taught you that in church. But I mean, through the seed line of the Father. Now, the seed of the wicked, all right, came to Esau, Edom, the so-called white. All right, they're the ones currently ruling right now.
A lot of things started out.
Yeah. So Esau, Edom is basically your people from Europe. Yeah. You're basically your people. They came here and conquered this land and took it by force. All right. They are considered the devil and Satan. So they are the ones that the Lord raised up to put wickedness in the earth. All right. And I'll read you because the Most High is duality. His name is Yahweh. All right.
Very similar to Yahweh.
It's Yahweh. Okay. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. The Most High does these things. All right. I, the Lord, do all these things. All right. And it is basically the Esau Edom, which is the devil, and he's Satan because he's the accuser of the brethren, which he's the accuser of the Israelites. All right. They own the media. They're currently pretty much over there in they took the land of America and they took the land of Israel. They occupy that land currently right now. Okay. And that's the reason why prophecy is beginning to speed up right now, because they don't have but a short time for rulership. That's what the Bible is saying. So the Lord, I just read that earlier. I'll read this. The Lord is casting them out of rulership, the devil and Satan. All right, they're going to get cast out. It's nothing more than an allegory. They are the Roman Empire, the last empire to rule the planet Earth. Okay. All right. So Revelation 12,
that we're
and
massive teaching.
yeah, there's gonna be a destruction that's coming. It's coming. They're gonna launch the missiles. The missiles are gonna be launched, and yeah, the only one that's going to survive this is the elected Israel. All right. Revelation 12 and 9. And the great dragon was cast out. That's the Roman Empire. That old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. They brought forth from the Renaissance period, they brought forth white Jesus and declared themselves God on earth. And so the whole world pretty much bowed down to your people, all right, so-called white man. They bowed down and say, oh, you must be God. You know what I'm saying? Which they deceived the whole world, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, the Lord himself set up Esau, Edom to rule, so that eventually he can show what not to do on the earth. Now, the Israelites, how not to be wicked. Okay? Yeah, because he's going to give the 12 tribes of Israel the kingdom of heaven. All right, they're going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. I'll read Amos 9 and 8. So you're busy. Well, all right, man. It's all right, bro. So, yeah, it's nice talking with you, man. Yeah, but
I love the poncho. I'm sorry if it's not really poncho. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's all good. A garment. Yeah. Poncho life. You too. Nice talking with you. All right.
I'm always open to conversation, man.
All right. All right.
Better day.
All right. Thank you. All right. So, I wish I could have rotated the camera for you so you could see his jacket. So he has turned to Satanism, okay, because his grandmother died, okay. He turned to Satanism, all right. The lighting is not good over here, Salakia Ford. He turned to Satanism because of what happened to his grandmother, all right. What I try to explain to him is the Lord creates evil good, all right, and no one is innocent, all right. Yes, I think that's. Let me read that real quick. No one is innocent in this world. It is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is in control of life and death. All right. Let me go ahead and read that. Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, for where were the righteous cut off? Okay. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. By the blast of the Most High they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. Okay, so the Lord is the one who put her to death. Okay, his grandmother to death. Okay, lucky. All right. Let's read. Let's see if I can find that scripture. Go along with that. I wish you could have got a better glimpse of that jacket, because it had said 666 on the jacket, and he's worshiping outwardly Satan. Okay, Deuteronomy 32 and 39. And I told him it's his people. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. This is the Most High. He's in control of life and death. Okay, all right. He turned to Satanism because his grandmother died. All right. See now that even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill. That's the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Okay? So, him turning to Satanism, he just doing his, basically doing what he's inclined to do in the spirit. Because the Lord created Esau, Edom to be the wicked on the earth. Okay? All right? The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. He agrees with you. He agreed with me on everything. In which I think he did that because he was ready to go. But at the end of the day, you know, he know he the wicked. He know they the wicked. All right. So you seen that firsthand. I just wish you could have got a better image of that because my tripod is broke here. I can't really turn it and move it around for you. Okay. And it's like I'm right under a dark spot. All right. Okay. But anyway, it's the Lord who put her to death. Right. All right. If I can find that last one. Yeah, found it. Psalm 68 and 20. All right. He that is our power is the Most High of salvation, and unto the Most High the Lord belong the issues from death. Okay. The issues of death come from the Most High. All right. So he said he turned to Satanism because his grandmother died. All right. What did the Bible tell us? Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto the power the Lord belong the issues from death. So the issues of death come from the Most High. All right, not not Satan. So he turned to Satan because his grandmother died. All right. So all right. Anyway, they are the wicked. All right. Let's read Malachi 1 and 4. Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, because they came out of the Renaissance period and they came to America and rebuilt, right? Okay. After the Dark Ages. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. So the Lord hates them. He set them up to be hated. Okay? So if you can understand that. We got that at Romans 9 and 13. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. All right? So Lord hate them. He set them up to be the hated of the be hated, okay? Because they're the wicked on the earth. Okay? He gave them dominion for a season to show.
All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. This lesson is entitled, The Devil Showed Up at the Camp. The devil showed up at the camp. All right? So, this weekend, I guess it would have been the 20th. It was on a Sunday of October. At the camp, I had an Edomite, so-called white man, come by the camp, and he had a jacket on with center on it at the top, and at the bottom it had 666. Okay, so I asked him, I said, so you worship the devil? And he said yes. So we'll define the devil. Okay, we'll do that first, the definition of the devil. All right, because you got to understand he has sinner. So he's giving himself over to sin. All right. And he has it on his jacket. Okay. Around me. So, Salakia. All right. So let's define devil. Okay. Devil is in the Greek is 1228, and it means diablos. Okay, diablos, and we bring this out all the time, diablos. Now let's look at the definition. Okay, for it. Okay, for G28. So this is not talking about a red spandex suit creature living up under the earth. This is talking about someone on the earth, a man on the earth, a people on the earth. Okay, we just to let you know, there are many devils, ungodly people, but the Lord listed Esau, Edom as the devil and the wicked. All right, okay, a people that will carry out wickedness on earth for the purpose of the Most High. In other words, okay. If you understand that. All right. So devil, false accuser, and slanderer. Prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, a cumulator, false accuser, and slanderer. Okay. And this being the point right here. A metaphor, this is what we're looking for, applied to a man who by opposing the cause of the Most High may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. Okay, and this is Esau, Edom. All right. Okay, so when it says false accuser, who is he accusing? He is accusing the Israelites. All right, he's false accusing the Israelites. All right, back in the ancient world during Yahushai's time, they accused him of being trying to overthrow. The Romans accused Yahushua of trying to overthrow the government. Before he was born, the Edomite king Herod wanted to destroy the baby Yahushua child, the Mashiach, before he was born. I mean, when he was born, he wanted to put him to death. Why? Because he felt threatened by the what was said that he would be a ruler of Judea. Okay, and he was appointed king over the true Judah. All right, Judeans by the Romans, the Edomites. Okay, so if you can understand that, and how do they slander and accuse falsely? Because they have control of the planet Earth. They are the wicked on the earth. All right, and they have all the resources and the money. And they control the media. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's go back out. Let's look at the word Satan. Okay. All right. Satan is in the Greek is 4567. If you were to look it up in the Strong's, all right, Strong's Concordance, all right. All right, so in the Greek, what does it mean? The biblical outline, Satan, all right, it means adversary, one who opposes another in purpose or act. The name given to the prince of evil spirits, the inveterate adversary of the Most High and Yahushua, all right, the Hamashiach. He incites apostasy from God and to sin, circumventing men by his wiles. The worshippers of idols are said to be under his control. By his demons, he is able to take possession of men and inflict them with diseases. By the Most High's assistance, he is overcome. Now, the Most High controls Satan. See, Christianity, this is going off. The Most High created Satan to create duality in the earth, wickedness and righteousness. All right, and he does the will and the bidding of Yahushai, of Yahweh Yahushai. Okay, we say Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so that's Yahweh Bahashem in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, all right. But anyway, on Christ's return from heaven, he will be bound with chains for 1,000 years. That's going off. That's Christianity, theological stuff. Satan is we'll read the last one. A Satan-like man. Okay, so that is the answer. It's a Satan-like man, as we learned at what the devil is, a metaphor for a man. Okay, it is a specific group of people that the Most High pointed out as the wicked on the earth. Okay, and they would have the power. They would be given the spiritual power of Satan on earth. Okay, so in other words, a physical embodiment of Satan on earth. Okay, because they will be adverse to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and that will be Esau, Edom, the Edomites.
And good evening, Mr. Harari. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us tonight. My question indeed is a bit more personal. You've called yourself a prophet tonight, or you used the word.
I repeatedly denied that. I mean, all this story about Jesus rising from the dead and being the Son of God, this is fake news.
Yuval Noah Harari, a spokesperson and advisor for the World Economic Forum, multiple video interviews that we need to be surveyed and have surveillance that is technology implanted under our skin. I mean, it's shocking. And not only that, as you see in the opening clip, he is openly, absolutely, completely against the God of the Bible and against the belief in God.
And that's what I'm pointing out here. They are adverse to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. In other words, they support Satan, okay? And they've been given the power of Satan, okay? And that's what I'm trying to let you understand, okay? They are the small hats, and you got to understand that the United Nations, the one that controls the world, our United Nations of America, that pretty much controls all the nations around the world, have hired them. Okay, they were hired by them. So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, and their agenda they're pushing now is called New World Order, the Great Reset.
To prove that Satan was created by the Most High, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and to show you that he doesn't do his will, he does the bidding of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Let's go to Job chapter 1, okay? And we'll go over Satan, okay? We'll go to verse 8. All right. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and said, Doeth Job fear the Most High for naught? Has not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he has on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he has, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon him put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. So the Lord controls Satan. He created Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, as a wicked angel on the left-hand side. Okay, there's a right-handed, on the right-hand side of the Most High is Yahweh Shai and the righteous angels. On the left-hand side, he has angels for wickedness. All right, if you can understand that. So, Satan is controlled by the Most High. Okay, all right. So when this guy said that Satan killed his mother, no, it was at the order of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Okay? If you can understand it. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked? The wicked ties into Esau, Edom, all right, the Edomites, okay, a group of people that would put wickedness in the earth they would gain the power and control of the earth through Satan, all right, the spiritual demon Satan, all right. They would gain the wealth of the whole entire planet, the resources of the earth. Okay, you have to understand. Just think about it. Whose face is on the money? Whose face is on the money? Number one, who controls the money? It's the Federal Reserve. Who is mainly hired in as the people that are in the Federal Reserve? It will be the Amalekite Israelis, the Edomites. Okay, if you have to understand that. All right, just look it up. Just type in who runs the Federal Reserve, and then also look at the cabinet of Biden. Okay, the people that he employed. Most of them are small hat Israeli Amalekites. Okay, Edomites. Okay, they rule the world. They run. They own most of the corporations in America, if you can understand that. So again, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, so he covered the faces of the judges when they came back into power in the 1300s. They whitewashed the images of the Israelites that were ruling over there, in the Moorish kingdom of the Spains of Europe, back when King James was ruling, all of that, and they pretty much covered the faces of the judges by whitewashing all the images, okay, and making it all the images seem to be like a so-called white person. All right, if you have to understand that, okay. It's called the Renaissance period, okay. They brought in Michelangelo and all these painters, and they rewrote history through paintings, all right, like as if they were ruling the whole time. All right, but really they were in the darkness. The Lord had them in the caves of Georgia, Russia. All right, you can look that up, caves of Georgia, Russia. Okay, and you will see that they was in those caves dwelling. All right, these so-called white people, they came out of the caves of Georgia, Russia. They were in darkness. They weren't in power. The Israelites were in power, and when they came back into power in the 1300s, they took them down. And then they whitewashed the images and brought forth white Jesus. That to make a nutshell. All right. All right. Let's go to Malachi 1:4. And you can look that up in Revelation chapter 20 on down. Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. See, they were in darkness during the dark ages. They came back into power in the 1300s, and they said they will rebuild the desolate places. They came over here to the Americas, and they rebuilt the desolate places. All right. All you had to do is go down to D.C. and you'll see the Edomite architecture everywhere. The monuments and everything of the Edomites, because their dwelling place was in Petra, Jordan, in Mount Seir, and they have a monument, a treasury building there that looks exactly like the treasury building in DC. Look it up. Okay, the treasury building in Petra. Look that up too. Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, this is the connection, the border of wickedness. And this is what we're saying here. There's a people that the Lord set up to be the wicked on the earth. The border of wickedness, and the people, okay, you hear that? Against whom the Lord has indignation forever. Okay? So the Lord hates a group of people. They're the ones in power. They rule the whole planet Earth. Okay? the Edomites, you got to understand, they took down all the natives of the Americas. Okay, so they inherited the lands of America. Then they took down in 1948 the Rothschilds, which are Edomite Amalekites, ordered the 1948 it's a Balfour Declaration that allowed them to take Israel. So they pretty much possess the ancient high places in Israel and in America. Okay, they have their footprint, all right, in both places, all right. So which identifies them as the wicked of the earth. Okay. Okay, so we'll go to Hebrews. Let's see, 12 and 16. And it reads, lest there be any fornicator being idol worshiper, or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing over Jacob, okay, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. So he has no place of repentance. You see that? Okay. These Edomites have no place of repentance. You have to understand that. They are the wicked of the earth. Okay. Let's see here. We go to, I guess I'll go ahead and read Revelations, trying to be pointed about who this devil and this Satan is. Okay. Malachi, we'll read Revelation 20, Salakia, at verses 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. The bottomless pit being Europe, the great chain being that seal, and that the angels putting a seal of slavery on Esau. I mean, putting him in darkness so he wouldn't be in power. That would be the Roman Empire. Okay, the Greco-Roman Empire. And he laid hold on the dragon, which is the Greco-Roman Empire, the old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan. So it's a group of people, and we identified those people in Malachi, and bound him 1,000 years. Okay, who was bound 1,000 years? The Edomites of the Greco-Roman Empire, and cast him into the bottomless pit of Europe. So they were in the caves of Georgia, Russia. They were in darkness. They didn't have any power or might. It was the Israelites that were in rule, and shut him up and set a seal upon him. Salakia, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season, which lets you know that he can't do right. He's always gonna use deception and lies. Okay, so he wasn't on the scene to be able to deceive. All right. And it says, and after, let's read that again, and cast him into the bottomless pit of Europe, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season. All right. So what did he do when he was loosed out? Verse 7, Revelation 27. When the 1,000 years expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. All right. Not no spandex suited red pitchfork person, but Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the Greco-Romans. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations. Okay, so when they rose back into power in the 1300s and began to take down the strongholds of the Israelites over in Europe, what did they do? They ordered them by an edict to be Roman Christians at the point of a sword. And if they didn't, they had to renounce being an Israelite at the point of a sword, and they were put into servitude. All right, to make it a long story short, they came out with the auto de fe, in which was a trial that put Israelites to death, the tribe of Judah. And they took the children and put them in slavery. All right. Okay. They were on the sugar plantations of Guinea, St. Thomas Islands, and so forth. Then they went to, after they had subdued Judah, all right, and a lot of them fled. A lot of them were in West Africa. They also, we know the story of the so-called African tribes selling us out, the tribe of Judah out to them, all right, out to the Edomites, right? And we ended up in America. But also the Northern Kingdom, the Native Americans and the rest of the tribes were in America. All right. And this is notable by Christopher Columbus. He wrote in his memoirs that the 10 tribes were there. He knew that they were there. Okay. So they came down and pretty much so they conquered both the tribes, the southern and northern tribes. All right. So if you can understand that. So let's read this again, verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. All right. They deceived them with white Jesus and Christianity. And Gog and Magog to gather them together to battle. Gog and Magog being Russia, to them to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So because the Lord is fast forwarding and saying this is how their demise will be, because there will be a great battle to settle the controversy of Zion with Russia and the other nations. Okay. All right. Genesis 3:14. This is the punishment given out to the serpent, in which was a man, as we noted earlier, that the word devil means a metaphor for a man. So let's take a look at this. Genesis 3:14. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle. So this curse will go to a certain nation of people. They will be the wicked of that time, the wicked. And above every beast of the field, upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. So this will identify a group of people, a nation, a seed line, okay, a lineage, descendants that will be the wicked for that time period. And let's go to Genesis 3:15, which points this out. Okay. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed line, and her seed line. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Okay. So let's look up these words so we can get better understanding. All right. Okay, we'll go to enmity. We'll go to seed, then we'll go to enmity, so you can see what seed line, what I'm talking about. We know what that means. Let's let it the Hebrew tell us, and it's pronounced Zerah in the Hebrew. Okay.
Strong's H2233. Zerah.
Okay, so that's what seed means. Now let's go down and see what the meaning of it is. All right, it's pretty plain. Seed, child, carnally. Okay. Seed, sowing, offspring, a sowing, seed, semen, viral, offspring, descendant, prosperity, children. That's the main point. We have a few others there, practitioner, but that's what we're looking for. Okay, so that you understand, the Lord put on the earth the wicked back in the ancient world, and the wicked is amongst us today, and Satan's spirit dwells in them. Okay, if you can understand that. So let's go back. hold on a second. Let me first, let's keep going. Salakia. We'll go to enmity. So you know what seed means. You know what seed line means and what they were talking about here. So let's look at enmity. All right. Okay, so this is a seed line. We know it's two descendants seed lines. All right. And what does this enmity mean? Okay. Okay. It means hatred. You see that? Enmity. Hatred. Okay. Enmity means hatred. Okay. So the seed, the two lineages, the two seed lines, the one of the woman and the one of the serpent would hate each other. So that would, of course, we know that Satan is the spiritual demon. Satan is in the spiritual realm. So we're talking about a man on earth that would have the spirit of the devil in him, the spirit of Satan, all right, in them, all right. So hopefully you get an understanding of that, all right. And this spirit was in Cain, all right. He killed Abel, if you remember that, and it's now in Esau, Edom, all right, in our generation, which is none other than the so-called white man, all right. All right. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Okay, the daughter being the descendants of Jacob. Okay. All right. So when we go to Genesis 4 and verses 1, this is what happened. The seed of the wicked was identified as Cain. All right. Genesis 4 and 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And she, again, Salakia, someone just drove by in a supercar. All right. And let me start over. Genesis 4 and 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And back in the ancient world, if you go back in the Exodus, Leviticus, it tells you have to offer the firstling of your flock. Okay, the firstborn of your flock, you're supposed to offer that to the Lord. Okay, you're not supposed to offer nothing off the ground. Okay, so you see that? So he didn't offer the right offering to the Lord. Cain didn't. All right, and in the process of time, it came to pass, verse 3, that Cain brought the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord, and Abel he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. That's the way you present an offering to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So in other words, Satan will pretty much possess you and pretty much control his lot, which would be sin. Okay, he'll be a sinner. Okay, all right. So let's keep reading on. And if thou doest well, verse 7, shalt thou not be accepted. If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. Okay? And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. So he lied to the Lord. So Cain was of that wicked seed. All right. He said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Okay. So in other words, he lied to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, of course, who knows all things and is the creator of all things. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. So he would not have the understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. Verse 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. Okay, so the Lord did not put Cain to death. Okay, and the law stated in if you read Exodus, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. Okay, and the Lord did not put him to death for killing Abel. And you have to ask why. Well, we know the answer why, because there's regeneration and reincarnation. All right. And eventually Cain was regenerated and reincarnated as Esau and Jacob. All right. And when you go back to the garden, the same scenario would happen. The Lord described that let's just read it again before I go to the verse with Esau and Jacob, so you can get understanding. Genesis 3:15. All right. Salakia. Genesis 3:15. Because it's very important to understand this. Genesis 3:15. I will put enmity between thee, okay, the serpent, the seed, the man of that period of time that was wicked, and the woman, and between thy seed. Those were two descendants, two lines of nations, and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So eventually, Yahweh Shai will bruise the head of the serpent and kill it, okay? But he would bruise the heel, okay, of the chosen seed. All right, okay, and we know that did happen through slavery. They were given the dominion over us, and they were able to bruise us by putting a lot of us to death. Okay, but the Lord is going to end them permanently in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and before that, with the nuclear fire that's going to come down on the nation of Edom. So if you can kind of get that, when you go to Genesis 27, okay, and I guess it's 30. Let's see here for a second. No, it'd be Genesis 25, Salakia. Genesis 25. All right. All right. Okay, this is the birth of Esau and Jacob. All right. And let me see where I can start at. There were twins in Rebecca and in Rebecca's womb. All right. Isaac the father, Rebecca the mother, right? And she birthed Esau and Jacob. So what I had explained to you is that regeneration, reincarnation, Cain was reborn as Esau, and Jacob was reborn as Abel. You get it? If you can't understand it, look at the story. It's the same, similar. What happened? Okay, and one came out cursed with a mark upon him, and the other didn't. The Lord said, "No one's going to harm you because I'm gonna put a mark on you." Okay, and of course, the so-called white man does not have any melanin. Do you understand that? Okay, now let's read the story. All right, we'll start at 22. And the children struggled together within her, okay, that they were twins in her womb. And she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. They were struggling because they were fighting in the womb, because like the Lord said that they would be enemies of each other. All right, now let's read forward. Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her through the prophets that told her, gave her the vision, "Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people." So you see what I mean? When you go back to Genesis 3:15, it was two nations. All right, back then, and two nations now. Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And so you got to understand that two nations are in their womb, and two manner of people. And the so-called white man and the so-called Negro and Native American were two totally different people. All right. One being the wicked, one being the righteous. Okay, if you understand that. All right. Okay. Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Okay. And the first came out red. Okay. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. So this is the wicked. All right. The devil. All right. Satan, all right? And, okay, let's read 25 again. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand, so he was normal, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. You see that? His hand took, this is fulfilling the prophecy from the very beginning that that Yahushua would bruise the serpent in the head, and the serpent would bruise the seed of the righteous, the Israel, in the heel. Okay, all right. So let's read this at 26. And after that came his brother out, and hand took hold on the Esau's heel. All right, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. All right. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Isn't the so-called white man a cunning hunter? Oh, hell yeah, he is. All right. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Okay. So I'm just trying to get you to understand what really is the deal. All right. From the very beginning in the garden, the serpent, Satan, the devil, they were present. Okay. So you can understand all the way up to the day, Esau Edom is that devil. Okay. Is Satan. All right. I mean, the spirit of Satan dwells in him. Right. If you can understand that. Let's go to Matthew 8:44. Okay, John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was talking to the so-called Negroes that were in Judea, and he was cursing them out. He said, ye are of your father the devil, which is the Romans, the so-called white man, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. The beginning, I just showed you what the beginning was. It all the way back in Genesis 3:15 when he deceived Eve. right? And then he was regenerated, reincarnated, all right, after murdering Abel, right? That it became Cain, and then he was regenerated again. He was regenerated as Cain, and then regenerated again as Esau, okay, and Jacob. All right, if you can understand that, the Lord sends the spirits back. Our spirits are regenerated; they don't die. He just sends them back in the earth. All right. So ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, if you can understand that, and abode not in the truth, because the Lord gave Cain a chance to repent. Did he repent? No, he did not repent. Esau was given the birthright in order to be able to inherit the rulership of the whole planet, but he didn't even want it. He rejected the rulership of the planet. Okay? He wanted to rule in wickedness. He did not want to learn the ways of his forefathers, the commandments, and all that. He rejected it, all right? Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it, okay? Did not Cain lie when the Most High asked him where was his brother? All right, he lied. So this all goes all the way back in the ancient world. They are the seed of the wicked, and they're going to that's the reason why they murder us in the streets and constantly have a hatred for us. You just wonder why they hate us, hung us on trees, lynched us, murdered us, butchered us, you name it, okay? Burnt us to the stake, okay? That's why. Because they are the seed of the wicked, and they have an enmity against us and of the Israelites. All right, to this very day. Okay. All right. So hopefully you are edified. Hopefully you understand what I mean. Okay. In this is a spiritual book, and you should understand now who the devil is. All right. All right. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.